How much money do you actually need to tell your boss to kick rocks? Seriously, what's the number? Most Americans say $5 million. Some say they won't feel safe until they hit $100 million. We've been brainwashed by hustle culture to think that if you aren't a billionaire, you're failing. But here's the truth. That massive number in your head is the very thing keeping you broke. It makes freedom feel so impossible that you don't even start the car. My name is the Wealth Architect. Today I'm going to prove to you that your freedom number is actually a math problem, and the answer is way smaller than you think. We've been sold a version of financial freedom that looks like a music video. Private jets, 10-car garages, and gold-plated everything. That's not freedom. That's just a more expensive cage. Because if you need $100,000 a month to maintain your freedom, you're a slave to the money. Real freedom isn't the ability to buy whatever you want. It's the ability to never have to do what you don't want to do again. It's about owning your Mondays. And in the US, that has a very specific price tag. Section 1, the wealth delusion. In America, we confuse high income with wealth. You see a guy driving a $90,000 Raptor and living in a $700,000 suburban house, and you think he's rich. But if he loses his job tomorrow and can't pay his bills by next month, he isn't wealthy. He's just a high-level renter of a lifestyle. Wealth is measured in time, not dollars. If you stopped working today, how long could you survive? That is your true net worth. Section 2, the Rule of 300 US edition. Let's look at the math. In the finance world, we use the 4% rule. It's based on the Trinity Study, which basically says you can live off your investments forever if you withdraw 4% a year. The shortcut for this, the Rule of 300. Calculate your survival monthly expenses: rent, mortgage, groceries, insurance, utilities. Multiply that by 300. If you live in a mid-sized US city and your expenses are $4,000 a month, 4,300,000 equals $1.2 million. I know, $1.2 million sounds like a lot, but compared to $1 billion, it's a rounding error. That is the cost of never having to work again, not $50 million. $1.2. Section 3, the 30-year trap. Here's the irony. The average American will pay over $1.1 million over the life of a standard 30-year mortgage for a $500,000 home once you factor in interest, taxes, and insurance. We are conditioned to sign away $1.1 million to a bank for a pile of bricks. But we think saving $1.2 million for our own personal freedom is impossible. We'll finance a granite kitchen, but we won't finance our own independence. We've been trained to buy liabilities and call them the American dream. Section 4, lifestyle inflation, the escalator. Here is why most people never hit their number. You get a raise at work. You go from $70,000 to $110,000 suddenly. That 2018 Toyota isn't good enough. You need the Tesla. You need the luxury apartment with the rooftop pool. When your expenses go from $4,000 to $8,000 a month, your freedom number just jumped from $1.2 million to $2.4 million. You're running up an escalator that's going down. Every time you level up your life, you're pushing your retirement back by a decade. You aren't buying a car. You're selling your 50s. Be honest with me in the comments. If your car broke down and your AC unit died in the same week, would you have to put it on a credit card? No judgment, this is a safe space, but let's see where we're really at. Section 5, the power of the cut. Every $100 you cut from your monthly recurring bills, that's $30,000 you don't need to save. Cut $500 in ghost subscriptions, overpriced data plans, and dining out. You just lowered your retirement goal by $150,000. You didn't have to earn that $150,000. You just decided not to need it. That is the fastest raise you will ever get. Section 6, the 3-step freedom plan. So how do we actually do this? 3 steps. First, define the floor. What is the absolute minimum you need to be safe? The survival number. Second, kill the high-interest debt. You can't out-invest 24% APR on a credit card. It's a math war you will lose every time. And finally, invest the gap. Take the difference between what you earn and your floor and shove it into boring, low-cost index funds like VU or VTI. Once you hit your first $100,000, the compound interest starts doing the heavy lifting for you. That's when the math starts winning. Section 7, the YOLO fallacy. People love to say you only live once, and they use that as an excuse to buy a $60,000 boat they use twice a year. I agree, you do only live once. So why would you want to spend the only life you have sitting in a cubicle under fluorescent lights until you're 70? YOLO is the best reason I know to get your money right now, so you can actually live the second half of your life on your terms. Closing. Stop looking at billionaires. Stop looking at Instagram. Get a piece of paper, find your monthly expense number, and multiply it by 300. That's your target. That's your finish line. Freedom isn't a mystery. It's not for the lucky. It's for the disciplined. You don't need $1 billion. You just need to win the math. CTA, call to action. If this gave you a new perspective, please hit the like button. It helps the algorithm reach others who are working their way out of debt. Subscribe for more straightforward financial breakdowns. And if you're ready to put your first $1,000 to work, click here to watch this next. I'll see you over there.